Joining me now, Tammy Bruce, Washington Times columnist, Fox Business contributor. Great to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Let's start with Kevin McCarthy saying Adam Schiff should just shut up and recuse himself.
Yeah,
Boffo idea.
Finally, I mean, this is some good action. It's taking action on somebody who has also misled people about what he knew and when he knew it, and associating with someone like Len Simpson, of course, when that is at the key, that's at the foundation of the nature of what the dossier was all about, and the fraud, the hoax of that dossier. And it looks like Mr. Schiff may, in fact, have had conversations that were not quite widely known and that he did not admit to. And
Schiff famously is the one who asked Devin Nunes, the chair of the Intel Committee, when the House was controlled by Republicans, to recuse himself for about a year.
There's got to be repercussions to this, and hopefully McCarthy will be aggressive.
Reciprocity, karma. It's a wonderful thing on occasion. Today, Andrew McCabe on his book tour, admitting leading a coup effort against the President of the United States. It's less a book tour to me than these interviews seem to be a confession of treason against the country, this president. My God.
Well, it's also shocking because he delivered this in a manner in which he apparently it was either so familiar and so widespread that he didn't realize what he was confessing to, or it was just so natural that he didn't think that there would be repercussions to this.
He lived in a world of like-minded, evil people because they're in the nation's premier law enforcement agency, the FBI, the Department of Justice.
Astounding.
And it turns out to be, as a result of all that has gone on from these investigations, we learned that the investigators were the most corrupt amongst all of the actors in this drama. It is stunning stuff.
It is. And the question that has to become, really, how deep does this go? If this was a natural consideration of many important people to literally usurp a duly elected president using a method that would have been absurd. It tells you that there is, and it's not something you wake up and decide to do. This seemed to be natural. Now, there is an attempt.
It turns out Rosenstein really meant the 25th Amendment, even though that is the absurdity to which I believe you're referring to.
Yes, exactly.
And secondly, he really did mean to wear a wire in that discussion,
and it went past,
to the White House.
It went past, Lou, a conversation, let's say over drinks, where you're imagining it, to plotting, to planning, considering the cabinet members. Yes, considering the vice president, the cabinet members. They moved into a plan, which is extraordinary and requires certainly prosecution.
And what do you think, turning to the census? We have come to a point where the government can't decide, apparently, to ask a question about citizenship of its citizens and those within our borders without the approval of the Supreme Court, for crying out loud.
Well, it needs to be clarified. This is a very good thing to do, is to clarify what we can and cannot do. This is one of the benefits of the Trump administration. One of the many is that the president's power will be defined, being able to take action like this. This is something the Democrats just never thought the establishment would ever bother with again. This is another sign that the president is serious, and because this determines who's going to be the number of people in the House of Representatives from each state. Of course, California and New York are, care about this. It's the only way that they're going to have enough members of in the House of Representatives, and they don't care. They don't. It doesn't matter who it is.
Both of those states slated to lose members, despite the in-migration, if you will, of illegal immigrants into both states.
That's right.
Tammy Bruce, great to see you.
Thank you, sir. Exciting times.
These are exciting times, and there are times of I think history is about to pivot in the favor again of the nation.